Hi guys, it's Cara once again welcoming you in my channel. It's 3:30 in the afternoon UK time, and my light is on and we are in the sunroom. So that's the bright light, and yeah, sunroom, all glass roof and windows are, yeah, and it's quite gray sky today. It's a gray morning, all rain. Most of the week we're gonna have this weather, and it's quite cold. So well, it's is it officially winter time? So I think perhaps so. Yeah, maybe this week. I'm not sure what's a specific day. Well, anyhow, this video is concerning about a tip in buying a house plant, any house plants, tropical plants, cactus, you name it, succulent, orchids, ordinary house plants, any house plants at all, except obviously hardy plants. This is what the video is about. Right. What you're looking at the view of. I'm just letting you this story for a minute. Just in case you're looking at it and you probably wonder that might put some questions in your head when you're looking. There's two empty ring there, and that's because I moved the plant because it's gonna grow bigger and touching at the bottom of the adjacent plant. And yeah, that one and this one I've removed it as well because that is getting bigger and it has cascaded its plants to the other side and reduces the light from receiving from it because of it. And aside from that, and this one is touching on the top of it. So yeah, I have that garden what's this, a wall garden done on last summertime, and yeah, I haven't literally finished it. If you have noticed, the bottom part of it is quite bare, and it's because I went home on a holiday and leave it as it is. And there are a few small ring there, small potted plants. One of them did die, and one of them I have to move. And it died because it has infested with thrips. It's a succulent plant. It was like this one. If you could see, I'll move this one. This is a thrips don't normally like them, but that is a damage of thrips, and they royal red, the purple blush of that one type. The purple blush died. There were two of them, but then it died without saying goodbye when I came back from my holiday because it was totally infested with thrips. And that is quite a bigger one. That plant was tiny. And yeah, so all of these plants, by the way, in here in my sunroom were infested with thrips, and most of my plants inside our house is mostly infested with thrips because when I went for my holidays was summertime and that window was open and thrips just came out from there. Came in, by the way. So yeah, so I came back and that was it. So anyway, as I say, this is my sunroom. This is where mostly all my plants live. Most of my cactus and succulents, some of them are in my bedroom windowsill, and most of my orchids are here. Some of them are in my dining room, and yeah, and some other house plants are scattered all around the house, just like you and me. Well, as I say, this is talking about, the topic is all about purchasing or transporting a house plant during cold season. The first thing you think about is to protect your plant, and how to do it. Well, I'm gonna show you an example of a plant that has not been protected during the transport of this cold season. It's autumn, and I think it's maybe we are in between the beginning of the winter time. So in the UK, it's quite really cold. We have a few episodes of frost early in the morning. And yeah, and aside from that, we have continuous rain, and sometimes there'll be a gush of wind, and it's the entire weather I'm going to show you. Anyway, yes, I'm going to show you. Yeah, I'm muddled with words. Anyway, yes. So this house plant that I'm going to show you is, this was been damaged by the cold weather. This house plant, by the way, is variegated photos, and it's not really a marble queen, but yet this plant is gifted from me from a friend of mine, and she is gone away on holiday in the Philippines for Christmas, and she had all of this in her house vining, and I complimented her of it, and she said she's gonna do me some cuttings, and she did indeed, and it was grown in the, I think, in water. And because she's going and I haven't seen her for quite some time, so what she did is transport this bunch of plants from her house to a friend of mine close where I live, and a friend of mine then transported it from her house towards where I work, and where I work it came into my house. So that's how this plant just went and experienced the transport of cold season. Anyway, when I received this plant, it was a bunch of like this. It was, you see the roots, they're very, very healthy roots. I would say it's quite healthy roots. And this bunch was inside a plastic bag, and it's a Ziploc bag, and with a bit of water, and those the trailing of the plants were exposed with the cold weather. So it was handled by that, came into the car, and handled by that again out and into the other house and into the other places. So with that, this plant went into a bit of a shock. You could tell that it's cold damage. Well, I could tell because just look at that. You probably would think, you wonder yourself, that it's sunburn. No, it isn't sunburn, it's cold damage. That's what cold damage look like. And this is the stem, and it has rotten away, and then that is quite desiccated now. It is the plant really did suffer with all the cold weather, and it did really shut down, and yeah, and that's what happened. Well, one thing that you have to stress out with this video is please do protect your plants. One way in protecting them is through a plastic bag. A black bag is very handy when you are transporting a plant. Like, have a black bag handy with you, because I know this is the season that's really not a good season to buy plants from the shop, but sometimes we cannot help ourselves, that if we've seen a plant in the shelf that we have been eyeing for or looking for, and then we just had to buy it. So a plastic bag in your car, anywhere in your car, maybe by the door. It's not a bulky one, it's just or you can buy in that shop a black bag, a roll of it, one bag of it, and you have to cover or protect your plant from it, put it inside, and yeah, and tie it up. So that's the best thing that you should do, because plants will suffer the moment you get out from the store, and you're all right, you're fine, because you are being wrapped with a jacket, with a gloves and a hat and scarf, but your plants got nothing. And then the doors open from the shop, and then a gust of wind with cold, very, very cold, -2 or even 2 degrees is quite traumatic, detrimental, as what they said, with the plants. So yeah, so this is what it's all about. We have to protect our plants yeah, or green living things when you are buying it. And this is why I'm showing you how it can be with if you're neglecting it and if you are transporting it. And this is what it looks like. Plant could suffer a sunburn, and the same as people, same as living things, and they do suffer with cold weather as well. So there you go, guys. I hope I have stressed so much with this video, and I hope you learn from this. So make it sure that you have a handy black bag with you so that this will not be happen to your precious green living things, especially the ones that you bought from the shop that you've been wanting to for quite period of time, and you just take it home and then you suddenly realize what happened, why it became black. Yeah, well, it's because of the cold weather. So before that happened, you have to wrap it again in a plastic bag, and then you only take it out a plastic bag out the plant, you only take the plant out from the plastic bag when you arrive in your house. So there you go, guys. Saying to you, I hope you've learned from this, and that's one healthy tip that I'm going to share. So I hope you had a lovely day ahead of you, and I would like to say goodbye and God bless, and till the next time. Bye for now. Bye.